21 more Starlink satellites reach orbit as SpaceX sticks another landing on February 11. In yet another successful mission, SpaceX launched 21 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit, LEO, on Sunday, February 11, further expanding its growing Internet constellation. The mission, which lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40, SLC-40, at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida, marks another step toward global broadband coverage, reinforcing the company's position as a leader in space-based Internet services. The launch was conducted using SpaceX's highly reliable Falcon 9 rocket, which has become the backbone of the company's operations. At precisely 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the rocket's 9 Merlin engines ignited, propelling it skyward with a trail of fire and smoke against the backdrop of the Atlantic Ocean. The liftoff was smooth and uneventful, showcasing the efficiency of SpaceX's launch infrastructure. Just minutes into the flight, the first stage of the Falcon 9 separated from the upper stage, which continued its journey into orbit to deploy the Starlink satellites. Meanwhile, the first stage executed a controlled descent and successfully landed on the autonomous drone ship a Shortfall of Gravitas, stationed in the Atlantic Ocean. This marked yet another successful booster recovery for SpaceX, reinforcing its commitment to reusable rocket technology. Expanding the Starlink constellation, a vision for global connectivity. With this latest batch of satellites, SpaceX continues its rapid expansion of the Starlink network, which aims to deliver high-speed internet to remote and underserved areas worldwide. Starlink currently has thousands of satellites in orbit, forming a constellation designed to provide reliable internet service regardless of location. The 21 newly launched satellites will enhance connectivity by increasing bandwidth and reducing latency, ensuring smoother and faster internet access for users. The Starlink service has already made a significant impact in rural communities, disaster-stricken areas, and regions with limited infrastructure, providing connectivity where traditional broadband services are unavailable. Since its inception, Starlink has proven particularly valuable in crisis situations. The satellite network has been used to restore communications following natural disasters such as hurricanes and earthquakes, where ground-based infrastructure was damaged. Additionally, Starlink has played a crucial role in conflict zones, offering reliable internet access in areas affected by war and political instability. SpaceX's vision for Starlink extends far beyond individual users. The company is also working on partnerships with governments, businesses, and military agencies to integrate Starlink into national communications networks. From providing internet on commercial airlines and cruise ships to aiding research stations in remote locations like Antarctica, Starlink continues to push the boundaries of what's possible with space-based internet. The power of reusability, another perfect Falcon 9 landing. One of the most remarkable aspects of Sunday's mission was the flawless landing of the Falcon 9's first stage booster. Shortly after separating from the second stage, the booster executed a precise re-entry burn to slow its descent, followed by a landing burn that guided it safely onto a Shortfall of Gravitas, one of SpaceX's autonomous drone ships positioned in the Atlantic Ocean. This marks yet another successful booster recovery for SpaceX, further proving the viability of its reusable rocket technology. The ability to reuse rockets is a game-changer in the space industry, significantly reducing the cost of spaceflight and enabling more frequent launches. Reusability has been a core principle of SpaceX's business model since its inception. By recovering and refurbishing first-stage boosters, the company has been able to launch payloads at a fraction of the cost compared to traditional expendable rockets. This approach has not only revolutionized commercial spaceflight but has also set new standards for sustainability in the aerospace industry. The booster used in Sunday's mission had previously flown multiple times, demonstrating the durability of SpaceX's rocket technology. Each successful landing brings the company closer to its goal of rapid turnaround times for rocket reuse, a crucial factor in making space travel more cost-effective and accessible. Starlink's future. Scaling up for a connected world. The success of this mission is just one part of SpaceX's broader plan to scale up the Starlink network. The company has been launching Starlink satellites at an unprecedented pace, sometimes conducting multiple missions within the same week. This rapid deployment strategy is key to expanding network coverage and improving service quality. Looking ahead, SpaceX has ambitious plans for Starlink's future. The company is working on launching second-generation Starlink satellites, which will feature improved technology, increased capacity, and direct-to-device connectivity. These next-generation satellites will allow Starlink to offer service directly to smartphones, eliminating the need for specialized user terminals in certain cases. Additionally, SpaceX has received regulatory approvals to expand its satellite fleet significantly. The company has plans to launch tens of thousands of additional satellites in the coming years, further strengthening its ability to provide global internet access. This expansion will also support high-demand applications such as autonomous vehicles, smart cities, and advanced data networks. The commercial and industrial potential of Starlink is vast. Companies across various sectors, from agriculture to maritime industries, are exploring how satellite internet can improve operations and efficiency. In remote locations where traditional connectivity is challenging, Starlink offers a reliable alternative that can support everything from farming technology to offshore drilling operations. Beyond Starlink, SpaceX's broader space ambitions. While Starlink is one of SpaceX's most significant projects, it is just one part of the company's broader ambitions in space exploration. In parallel with Starlink launches, SpaceX is also developing its next-generation spacecraft, Starship, which is designed for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Starship represents the future of space travel, with the potential to carry larger payloads and transport humans on interplanetary missions. The lessons learned from Falcon 9's reusability are being directly applied to Starship, which is designed to be fully reusable. SpaceX envisions a future where Starship can be used for everything from deep space exploration to commercial space tourism. In addition to its Starship program, SpaceX is also working closely with NASA on projects like the Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon. The company's success with Falcon 9 has laid the foundation for more ambitious missions, including potential crewed flights to Mars. The road ahead, more Starlink launches and continued innovation. Sunday's launch is just one of many scheduled for 2024 as SpaceX continues to expand its satellite network. With frequent launches planned throughout the year, the company is well on its way to achieving its goal of global internet coverage. The successful deployment of 21 more Starlink satellites and another smooth Falcon 9 landing demonstrate SpaceX's ability to maintain a high launch cadence while continuing to innovate. As the company refines its technology and scales up operations, the future of space-based internet looks increasingly promising. As more Starlink satellites enter orbit and Falcon 9 boosters continue to return safely to Earth, SpaceX is cementing its place as the undisputed leader in commercial spaceflight. The company's progress not only benefits those seeking better internet access but also paves the way for humanity's next great leap into the cosmos. With each successful mission, SpaceX moves closer to its ultimate goal, making space more accessible, reducing the cost of exploration, and building a future where humans can live and work beyond Earth. For now, the world watches as SpaceX continues to launch, land, and expand the frontiers of space. And with another successful mission completed, the company is already preparing for its next journey into the final frontier.